LEGO set designers are true masters of their craft, but for every set that makes you say wow, there's another that makes you stop and wonder why. Today, we'll be going over some of LEGO's most baffling design choices and trying to figure out precisely what these designers were thinking. A somewhat confusing part usage can be found in the Jazz Club modular set on step 92 in the first instruction booklet. This step calls for a single 1x1 brick to fill out the space, but for some reason, it's a Technic brick. Now, if this were going to be used as a connection point, this would make a lot of sense, but it's not. The holes are totally covered up, so why use this kind of brick and not just a normal one? Well, there are hundreds of unique styles of LEGO parts, so when designing a LEGO set, LEGO takes great care to reduce as much confusion as possible. For example, for sets that use 1x1 studs with an open hole, LEGO makes all the 1x1 studs of that color have holes so that people don't get confused between two very similar looking pieces. Getting all the way to the end of a build only to realize that you used the wrong stud 80 steps ago doesn't sound like my idea of a fun time. So, since this set uses Technic bricks elsewhere throughout the build, LEGO decided that it would be easier if all of the 1x1 white bricks were these Technic bricks. Not to mention that limiting the amount of unique parts in a set also helps LEGO save money on production costs. However, this Jazz Club has another trick up its sleeve, so to speak. Several bags later, in bag 13, you get to put together the Magician minifigure and a few of their props. The rabbit and the flowers out of the hat are self-explanatory, but these three pieces seem to be some kind of rainbow-colored snake. Well, you see, it's actually meant to be a series of handkerchiefs for the magician to pull out of their sleeve, mouth, or wherever magicians keep these things. But now let's take a quick look at the Family House and Electric Car set because it has one of the weirdest instruction steps ever. Pictured on step 30, there's a small box that seems to tell you to stick a carrot under the road. This is certainly enough to raise an eyebrow. After all, the middle of the road is hardly an ideal place for a garden. So what gives? Well, the answer lies in the red outline around the image. Longtime builders might recognize this as the marking for disassembly instructions. That's right, LEGO instructions aren't just about how to build the set. Sometimes they even tell you how to take it apart. This step is a neat little instruction because there's no way to actually remove this tile from the road plate from the top once you place it there. But why not just use a brick separator? Well, the set actually does come with one, but the angle of the separator just makes it impossible to actually use for this piece. Luckily, the carrots that were also included in this set are the perfect size to pop into this hole on the bottom of the road plate and easily remove any pesky tiles. While removing this tile is never necessary unless you're completely dismantling the set, several LEGO sets do require you to remove parts at various stages. One such example is the Creator Ford Mustang set from 2019. In step 76, you'll need to add 2 round bricks while building the front frame of the Mustang to help stabilize the frame, which makes adding bricks easier and also gives the car a really cool jacked up look like it's actually in a garage. Once you're done building though, these blocks are removed as they are no longer necessary. However, what's cool is that they are later used to construct a canister that can be placed in the trunk of the car. But there's actually one more set that takes brick removal to an entirely new level, the Pirates of Barracuda Bay. This set is an incredible recreation of classic pirates, but it also manages to turn everything up a notch. One of the most unique features of this set is how it's actually 2 sets in one. However, changing from one to another is no small feat, and the instructions have an entire section covering several pages that are solely dedicated to taking this thing apart. The whole 15th bag is used just in the transformation from shipwreck to boat, which reminds me of the vehicle transformation in Crossout, today's sponsor. Set in a rich post-apocalyptic setting with abandoned cities and unique terrain, Crossout combines vehicle crafting and fast-paced PvP to create a fully immersive vehicle battle zone. The game features hundreds of crazy parts to customize your vehicles. Flex your master builder skills with complete creative freedom that would certainly make Emmett proud. Remember Emmett's escape buggy? Well, you can build your own battle vehicle using the game's intuitive editor, and now the Sky Raiders update unlocks your ability to fly and conquer the skies among several new maps and the new Global Faction War game mode. Get into the action and play Crossout now for free on PC, PlayStation, or Xbox using my link. For both new and active players, you'll receive a limited Sky Raiders bonus pack with the Big Bird helicopter, plus several more bonuses, and if you're a new player, you'll also receive this super tough Adventure Seeker truck. So go dominate in Crossout today. Now back to the video. one of my all-time favorite single steps can be found in the bonsai tree at step 55. This step requires a whopping 200 parts to be added all at once. While this might sound like a finger-busting chore, it actually doesn't take long at all, because you see, bag 3 of this set contains 4 smaller bags, each with 50 1x1 round tiles in a different color. So all you have to do is actually mix them all together and dump them into the tree's pot. It's really just that simple and very satisfying. The Ship in a Bottle set actually does this exact same thing using 284 blue studs to act as water. But back to the bonsai tree, one of my favorite things about this set is just how customizable it is. LEGO actually gives a dozen ideas in the back of the instruction book for ways to alter and upgrade the tree to match your taste. Beyond the seasonal variations that you could create, LEGO suggests covering your tree in brick separators, turning it into an alien abomination, or pretending that it's your very own minifigure tree where you can grow all the minifigure parts you'll ever need. Yikes. Or maybe they're all just stuck in the bonsai tree? I don't know, but either way, this tree modification is super weird. Speaking of plants though, the I Am Groot set is a fun build of everyone's favorite Flora Colossus, and it was a smashing success for LEGO in terms of sales. With that kind of performance, it's not surprising that LEGO decided to follow it up with a crossover that nobody asked for, Venomized Groot. Based on a single appearance in Guardians of the Galaxy issue 21, this combination of characters certainly isn't what most people think of when they imagine a Guardians crossover. So why was this set even made? Why pull such an obscure reference and put it on sale? Well, an image was posted on Reddit asking this same question, and a user named Ada Outaline summed it up perfectly by saying, "You bought it." Yup, it's pretty obvious that this set was nothing more than a quick cash grab by mashing up 2 of Marvel's popular characters. It might not be the most visually appealing nor sensical set, but I'm sure it made LEGO a good bit of money. It's a 0 IQ set design, but a 200 IQ business strategy, that's for sure. Now, while this odd Venom Groot set was created to cash in on popular characters, some LEGO sets are based on ideas just so absurd that you just have to laugh a little. And that's the case with the Fire Helicopter set. Now, when you picture a fire big and bad enough to need a helicopter to fly overhead, you're probably picturing a towering inferno or a raging forest fire. Well, it seems that LEGO City's bravest minifigures have a lot of time and resources on their hands because they've pulled out the big guns to extinguish a fire in a trash can beside this hot dog stand. Yup, it looks like this cook got a little distracted and things got completely out of control, but in the trash can of all places. What in the world was in that trash bin? Let me know what you think in the comments. But regardless, the citizens of LEGO City should be a bit concerned that this is what their tax dollars are being spent on. But luckily, it doesn't cost any money to subscribe to my channel, so as I talk about the next set, go tap that subscribe button. The Spider-Man Final Battle set from No Way Home has a very annoying step. We all know that LEGO has a sticker problem, but even knowing this, I still find myself thinking, come on LEGO, this is a step too far. You see, in this set, there's a Minecraft head that pops up to represent Doctor Strange's magical trap, and the end result is nice, but just look at this instruction step. 5 stickers on one piece. This is madness. Why does LEGO feel the need to do this when a printed piece would have just been so much easier for everyone? It's a complicated topic, but at the end of the day, it comes down to logistics and storage on LEGO's side. Basically, LEGO has a certain number of bins that can fill with parts for sets currently in production, and for every part that has a print on it, LEGO needs an extra bin for that print, plus it's quite complicated and very expensive for LEGO to print on that many sides of a piece. But nonetheless, these Minecraft heads are certainly amazing and versatile pieces. While LEGO bricks are not quite cubes themselves, getting proper cubes took a long time. Since the introduction of the Minecraft line though, these pieces just keep popping up everywhere. Another place that one can be found is in the Sesame Street set on the 2nd floor in Bert and Ernie's room. Take a look at the lamp. Yup, it's a plain white Steve head. Now, LEGO's printed tiles are a true joy to find in any set, and they are some of the most unique pieces from some of the company's most iconic sets as well. For example, the legendary LEGO Treasure Map is a direct copy of the map from Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. But what about this one? Obviously, much of the text is just small black lines, but the headline is clearly something. Well, the brightest minds over on Reddit spent a tremendous amount of effort breaking it down by looking at the character spacing, word shapes, and how many dots over the eyes there should be. And the consensus is, well, there's some dissonance. It might say happy birthday, as this is from the collectible minifigure series 18, which was all based around celebrating the 40th year of the LEGO minifigure, and the guy in the picture is the police minifigure from the same series. But a lot of other people are convinced that it says happy building, hairy bulldog, or stay smiling. What do you think? Now, the Lord of the Rings Rivendell set is one of the most amazing, detail-rich builds that LEGO has ever released, and every nook and cranny has something hidden away. But one of the more puzzling steps comes when you're building the famous scene where the Fellowship is deciding what to do with the One Ring. As they all sit around discussing, you get to build these chairs, but the instructions seem to call for several sausages and ice cream. Are we having a picnic or determining the fate of Middle-earth? Well, these tasty treats are actually the chairs. You know what? This isn't a zero IQ technique at all. This is absolutely genius. And you know what else is genius? Playing Crossout for free on PC, PlayStation, or Xbox using my link. You'll receive the Big Bird helicopter plus several other bonuses, and new players will also get Adventure Seeker. Get into the action and play now. One of my favorite parts though is actually using the Minecraft Shulker box as a pedestal. These are really fun pieces, and seeing one of them used here is a real treat. Subscribe so you don't miss my next video.